I'm Mallory Franklin, and I have been on the senior team for 13 years, since 2009. I don't actually know how many years that's been. Specifically been involved with British Canoeing since pretty much all my career really, because you kind of have to, but I've been on the programme since 2012, so 10 years. So I got into canoeing really by chance. My older brother was kind of one of those kids that had a bit too much energy in school, and the teachers wanted him to try and put his energy into something else, so they were heavily encouraged to kind of go find a sport for him to do. So we went to the local leisure centre, and there wasn't really anything there that took our fancy, but right next door to the leisure centre in Windsor is Windsor District Canoe Club, and they were having an open day, so they had barbecue, all the boats out, and it was a really sunny day, so we just happened to go past and just be like, why not give it a go. And we all went paddling and literally never stopped. Probably mostly just the feel of being on the water. It's quite a free sport in the sense of it's a bit like swimming. When you're in the water, you have complete freedom, but it's kind of like you've got this whole force to try and understand and operate with, and kind of being able to play in the stoppers and surf waves and things like that. It just feels like it's a really nice sport to do, if that makes sense. So I think it's mostly the feel of it. It's not too bad. I mean, we basically get to go play on water for most of the time. Generally speaking, you do 1 or 2 paddling sessions a day, and then you'll have day-to-day basis. So they're quite physical sessions, so they'd be we call them speed endurance. So they're short, reasonably short sprints with short rest, and trying to build your anaerobic threshold and your lactic threshold, and just try to constantly be able to endure as much speed as possible, because realistically with our sport it's all stop-start, kind of regenerate speed, so we do loads of training to try and help that. So it was always kind of the element that I preferred. I'm not really a flat water paddler at all. So it's obviously I've got bigger and I've got stronger in the water that I paddle, and the moves that I do are harder. But in terms of essence, it's pretty much the same. It's just going and trying to understand and really use the water to the best of my ability. We've got a world-class setup here, 100%, having this level of course with the gym and everything that we have, and the rooms and meeting rooms that we have that allow our physios and stuff to operate. It is a world-class facility, and no other country really has the same level, and I think that allows us all to kind of really take advantage of that and learn so much, and all be able to progress so quickly. And it's just such a professional setup in all of that elements, and everyone, whenever you go abroad, if you ask them their favourite course, loads of them say London, so it's pretty cool to be based here full time. It's just such a good course. I don't know. I think there's a lot of times I've played and been falling in a lot and just enjoyed it. But I mean, we raced the Worlds here in 2015, which is a pretty cool experience of kind of getting that home race feel, and the World Cups in 2019 when the World Cups was here, I won both C1 and kayak, which was really cool to do in front of a home crowd as well. I came to watch the Olympics in 2012, but I was quite a way off making the team at that point. But no, it was really cool to see, and I think it really taught me about kind of what the Olympics is as a race, and because some of the best athletes in the world at that time didn't do well at the Games, and actually really appreciating what the Games takes, and the fact that it's much more of a mental sport at that point rather than just technically how good you are. And kind of the enormity of that event was really cool, and I think that it kind of weirdly encouraged me that I'd less want to go to the Games. Not less want to go to the Games, but appreciating what the Games actually was, and the fact that if you didn't go, it didn't suddenly mean that you weren't good at canoeing and that your whole life wasn't worth it. But how hard it was to get to that was probably the biggest thing, and then to do well once you were there was pretty crazy too. Yeah, so within canoeing in Britain, we have like a divisional system, similar-ish to football really, where sports centre, and been racing ever since. It's just we have like 5 World Cups a year, so they're not championship races, so they're just individual races that kind of come together to make like your overall World Cup winner at the end. And one of them was at New Valley, so it was really cool. Like I think it was really cool to win both, and it was part of our Olympic selection at that point as well. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Got like our full racing season this year, and then we go into the home worlds, which is quite cool because we all like obviously train here all the time, know the water really well, so it's really nice to be able to have that home environment, and hopefully it's going to be a massive event, and there'll be lots of people to come and watch. And I think that I'm really excited. I mean, obviously I have to make the team first, which is obviously on the list of things I'd like to do, but I'm really excited to see that event happen. All your training and getting to that level, but then we have selection races, so we've literally just finished ours, so you have like, it's set up in different ways, but this year it was like 3 different days of racing and every run counted. So then if you're like the top within those races, then you make the team, and it's like top 3 that make the team. It's all a bit complicated and there's points involved, but yeah. Just wherever it can. Like I'd like to get to Paris and race Paris, and preferably in both boats, and now Extreme exists as well. But I think mostly I paddle to try and, like, because I enjoy paddling, so I just want to carry on enjoying it, carry on learning, and see where that can take me. Really just to go do it and have fun. Like it's such a fun sport. Maybe do it on a sunny day and not a wet day. Might go off it pretty quickly, but no, it's such a fun sport just to like get out on the water and feel that feeling of being free on the water and enjoying it. And I think I definitely just encourage anyone just have a go and enjoy it, and remember always like what you like about it at the start.